Maraschino. That is the correct Italian way of pronouncing Maraschino cherries. Anyways, today's topic obviously is the cherry spectrum of the liqueurs. So I've already done a video on this one and this one, the Hearing and also the Cristiani. Basically, this one has your typical maraschino cherry flavor that you would expect from like opening a fresh jar of maraschino cherries that have been like marinating in some sweet, sugary type syrup. That's what this one tastes like. This one, the Hearing, tastes basically like a stewed, fermented cherry wine, is basically how I would describe it. It's more winey than it is spirity, meaning it's more on the wine side than the grain alcohol side, if that's how you want to put it. They're all very sweet. Please keep that in mind. Today, what I wanted to do is I wanted to add this one, the liqueur Cheritelli or Cheritelli. This one is also the Maraschino variety. This is the authentic cherry liqueur from Maraschino Cherry Distillate. So there you go. So anyways, let's go ahead and just do a quick summary of the labels. So this one, right, the Cristiani, this one is 750 milliliters, 25% alcohol by volume. There's basically your information. Distillery basically comes from Italy right there. Here's the backside of water. If you want to go ahead and see what the back label looks like, that's basically what it is. If you want to go ahead and take a screenshot, imported through Stamford, Connecticut. This one here, the Hearing, let's see if I can move this. The Hearing Cherry Liqueur right there, as you can see, gold, first class metals, blah, blah, blah. Copenhagen, Denmark, right? 750 milliliters, 25% alcohol by volume. Here's the backside of water. If you want to go ahead and see what that looks like, there's your screenshot for you right there. Basically, world's foremost. Yeah, you can kind of read the rest. Okay. And then here's this one. This is what the front looks like. You're getting a little bit less here, right? You're only getting 700 milliliters by content. Right, there's that right there, 700 milliliters instead of the usual 750. Product of Italy. This one is 30% alcohol by volume, so a little bit more alcohol in there. The authentic, there you go. Here's the backside of this water if you want to go ahead and check that one out. This one is imported through Ramona, California. So there you go. There's that information right there, 30% alcohol by volume, product of Italy. Okay, so usually what's customary on this channel is I always pour each of them out. I've already tried this one and tasted this one, so I didn't put any ice in here. I already know what it's like. But let's just give the old sniff test to the old. This one is my favorite. Maybe will it be dethroned today? I don't know. Comment in the comment section down there below if you think you know before the end of the video. And don't cheat. Don't cheat. But anyways, let's go ahead and give this one a quick sniff. Yeah, so very cherry on the nose, very sweet on the nose. It's what I would expect from a Maraschino Cherry Liqueur. What's missing here is Luxardo, right? I don't have Luxardo. Too expensive. I've heard the hype isn't worth the price. I don't know. Maybe someday when I can afford it, I'll buy the Luxardo because obviously I pay for this stuff on my own. By the way, if any of these alcohol companies are watching and they want to do some, work with me, definitely reach out. I would love to hear from you. The Hearing, just to give it a quick sniff. Yeah, so very wine-esque cherry flavor is what I'm getting. I'm getting more of like a deeper cherry flavor. So not necessarily maybe the maraschino cherry, maybe more of like a stone fruit type cherry, caramelized, something that had a flame taken to it, right? You barbecued the cherry, you stuck it in an oven with some honey and some sugar. That's kind of the cherry flavor notes that I'm picking up on the nose with this one. And that wine background is definitely there. It's definitely very present. It's like in a percentage of 100. I would say that wine is like a 70%, out of 100. Like the wine is definitely there. You definitely notice it. This one now, the newcomer to the block. Let's take a smell. Oh yeah. So this one has a stronger smell to it of the maraschino cherry than this one does. Let's see if that does or does not translate over into flavor as well. As is customary on this channel, what I usually do is I pour out the liqueurs or the liquors or whatever it is. And then what I do is I usually top them off with some mineral water or Italian sparkling water, just so I can take the alcohol bite off and just really taste what's going on with the flavors. So not to skew anything, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour a little bit in just to kind of make sure I'm nice and topped off. This one, I don't really have to do this because I already know what it tastes like, but we'll do this one anyway. There we go. Okay, so I would say just like Monk, right? We're pretty even, except this one. But anyways, let me go ahead and taste the old classic first. Yeah, this one is my favorite as of, 5 minutes and 14 seconds into this video. This one is my favorite. It's got the maraschino cherry flavor. Sweet, right? It definitely has a lot of sweetness to it. I would say it's pure cherry. In terms of flavor, like that's really what you're picking up the most is like 100, like a 99.9 out of 100 cherry flavor. I would say in terms of sweetness, it's definitely got the sweetness there. It's hard to equate it into like, what if this, what if that in terms of sweetness, but I would say it's definitely sweet. You're definitely going to notice some, like not overbearingly sweet, but you're definitely going to notice a little bit of sweetness. Okay, now let's try the newcomer because I want to do it literally a one after the other taste. So let's see how this one tastes. Yeah, much more. Wow. Much more pronounced on this one. I would say this is now my new favorite. The liqueur Cheritelli. I think that's how you pronounce that. This is now my new favorite. Much more intense, deeper maraschino cherry flavor. This tastes like you drank that cherry syrup that comes out of those little cherries, those maraschino cherries in the jar with the stem. And then, if you're feeling adventurous, you can tie the stem into a knot with your tongue and all that stuff. This compared to this, I would say this is like maybe 60% the cherry flavor of what this one is. So if this is 100% maraschino cherry flavor, this would be 60% of that. So that's the difference. Price-wise, this one I believe is normally $19.99 and this one's $21.99. On sale, keyword there, on sale, this one can be $19.99. So even though you're getting less product, right? You're only getting 700 milliliters instead of the 750 that you're getting over here. I think the intense maraschino cherry flavor justifies the higher price. So basically, if you got this one on sale for $19.99 and this one was $19.99 normal price, this one I think is a better buy. You're going to get more of the flavor. You're going to get more intenseness, meaning if you just want the cherry flavor, you could probably use less of this in a drink than you would this. So I think the price balances out. By the way, side note, this one and this one are both Spirits Direct at Total Wine. I'm not endorsed by Total Wine. I go there quite often. But if you happen to go to Total Wine, I think Labor Day, right, is coming up. I'm not sure exactly if it ends on Monday, but this round of sales, sign up for the mailing list. If you become a member, you basically give them your phone number and an email address. This Spirits Direct sale that's going on right now is if you buy 2 Spirits Directs, so you could buy one of these and one of these, or you could buy 2 of these and 2 of these, however it works out. But if you buy 2 Spirits Direct products, you get 10% off. So this $19.99 would actually turn into whatever the math comes out to. It comes out to like $18, $17.99 or something when it's all said and done. So keep that in mind. I think honestly, this deserves me going back to Total Wine and buying 2 more of these, if not an entire case. And this has now become my new favorite cherry liqueur. This one, the Hearing, I liked it, but I'm not really akin to or prone to that wine-based Amaro, aperitivo, even just in general. I tend to stick more to the spirit side than the wine side of things, like just in terms of flavor, profile, taste. But with that being said, if you out there watching this video are the type of person that you like wine, you like cherries, give this one a try because you might like it. It's a fermented cherry flavor with wine attributes to it is how I would describe the Hearing. That's like a really robust, if you were making a drink that had a cherry element to it, you might want to try this, give it a little kick. If you're like me and you try to stay away from, maybe your palate isn't quite comfortable with or doesn't quite like the wines, I would give this one a try and I would give this one a try. But honestly, this one, we call it the red cap, right? Black cap, red cap. I call it the red cap. I would say the red cap is definitely my new favorite cherry liqueur. And just in time because I was almost running out of this one. So that's why I decided to buy this one to just try to see what it was like. Anyways, with that being said, I am the old coot. I'm going to mix all three of these together and try them out into one. Actually, we could probably do that right now. So let's just go ahead and mix some of this and then mix some of this, because sometimes I do that too in these videos. Let's just see what this one tastes like. Wowzers. Yeah, definitely a cherry blast for sure. Before I get to, let's say, intoxicated, I will say this much. I am the old coot. Thank you for watching these videos. Comment in the comment section down there below if you have any comments or questions, and I'll catch you all in the next exciting Cheritelli winner video.